based on your food mapping, Brandy, most people assume you're going to have to eliminate a shit ton more food. So what really happened with you?
One thing.
This one.
So how many of you guys out there dealing with infection have been on amount of the SIBO diet, the low FODMAP diet, the Candida diet? How many of you had to go on some pretty extreme diets actually trying to deal with your infection, right? And hey, if that was successful, then great. But if that wasn't and the infections just came back over and over again, then not great. That's not a good use of time, energy, money, or effort. And on top of it, elimination diets are not meant to be long-term. They're meant to be short-term. And long-term elimination diets can actually make you more malnourished, more sick. And sometimes even, I can go on about this, but here's the thing. How the heck would you know what to eliminate if you don't have food mapping data around it, right? In the Transform system, we have a food mapping system where we figure out precisely using your data which foods is actually triggering your chronic disease symptoms or the environment in your gut, right? So if you don't have that data, you're just thinking like, I'm going to go on this diet, low histamine diet, the FODMAP diet, the carnivore diet, this diet, that diet, but it's not based on data. And the problem with not basing on data is when you eliminate large groups of food, you're going to be eating and introducing a lot of, or increasing the amount of a lot of other foods you may actually have a problem with. Or you might be eliminating some really nutrient dense foods that you need to actually fight these infections or heal. So in your case, based on your food mapping, Brandy, most people assume you're going to have to eliminate a shit ton more food. So what really happened with you?
One thing.
This one.
What literally onions.
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 Was that something you ever would have suspected?
No, and I love onions and I was having them every day. But it was the only thing that came back. And it was not something I expected because onions are antimicrobial and they're so good for you. And so, of course, I was having lots of onion and garlic in my diet. Plus, I'm Southern. So, of course, I am. Right. But one thing, y'all, one thing.
One thing, y'all. And she was on what? FODMAP hell for how long?
And I was eating I felt like I was eating like 5 foods when I came into the program. I was afraid to eat everything. Just eating caused problems. And so it didn't matter what I was eating. It was just eating itself that was the issue because my digestion was so broken. But I thought it was every food that I somehow, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not rational, but that's where I was.
Hi, I'm Maggie Yu, MD, and I'm a functional and holistic medicine physician and the creator of the Transform and Transform protocol. If you're interested in learning what are the root causes of all chronic disease, go ahead and click the link in the description where I have a power pack 30-minute training that goes over what are the 5 pillars of Transform. Go ahead, click the link, and I'll see you in that training. I'm looking in the messages here, and Brandy, the other Brandy D here says, I know, Brandy, you said you could eat like 5 foods, you thought, and Brandy here said 10 foods. How the heck are you supposed to get rid of these infections eating 10 foods, and in your case, 5 foods, without getting sicker and sicker and sicker when they weren't even, it wasn't even, those other foods weren't even the problem. So here's a question. Once you went through the food mapping system and you got your data, what were you mostly doing? You went from 5 foods. Where are you at now with the number of foods?
Everything but onions. You know what I mean? It was exciting because I love food. I'm a foodie, it just shuts down your life so much to have to avoid food, avoid dining out, avoid socializing around food. And you also can feel like somewhat of a burden. And I know that you all understand this, or like, you have all these accommodations and needs. And so you're not so fun, right? And so it really opened up a lot of things. It wasn't even just about being able to eat. It was about my social life. It was about my work life. It was about having meals with my family. Like, all of that changed when I understood that I didn't need to be afraid of eating anymore, that I could actually enjoy eating and enjoy eating socially again.
Hi, and thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in actively looking for a solution to your problem and you'd like to work with us, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and click the link in the description to book a chat with our team. What that's going to do is it's going to bring you to a calendar, pick a time that's going to suit your needs best. It's going to be about a 15-minute phone call. After you book that call, there's going to be a link to a short questionnaire, and that's really important for you to fill out because it's for us to get to know you better and helps us to better prepare to make the most of our time together. After you fill out the short application, it's going to take you to a page where there's a couple resources. What I want you to do is go ahead and click 2 of those and watch those 2 trainings. They're going to really best prepare you for your phone call with us to make the best use of our time together. I and my team look forward to talking to you to learn more about you, to see if we are indeed a good fit to work together. Thank you.